Hey guys, I'm Rob Schultz. You're watching Test Driver, and in this episode we're going to cover the first series of upgrades that we're doing to my 2018 Ford F-150, affectionately known as the Family Hauler. Being that this is our family vehicle, it's of utmost importance that we get that bed taken care of so that we can put all our stuff that we need with us when we go on our long trips. So in this episode we're going to focus on what I did for bed liner, getting a tonneau cover installed, and then installing the soft open tailgate so that I don't have to worry about the kids opening it and hurting one another. You ready? Let's get started. Up until recently, bed liner and rhino liner were just synonymous for me, the same way that tissue and Kleenexes are. But when I started researching bed liners for my F-150, I found that there was a new brand, a better brand, that I had to have on my truck. That brand was Line-X. Now, if you compare them side by side, I truly believe that Line-X is the better value, and I think that it looks a lot cleaner when it's installed. I had Steel City Line-X, the region's only authorized installer, put this on the truck, and I think that they did an amazing job. If you're in the Pittsburgh area and you're looking for a bed liner, they're the ones you need to see. They did everything that you see here for $561.75. Oh, and by the way, as I continue to do these upgrades or enhancements to my truck, I'm going to keep posting a tally here on the screen so that you can see the total amount that I've spent on the truck to date. Alright, so the next modification that we're going to install is my tonneau cover. I initially wanted one of the backflip hard surface covers, but they're just really expensive. And so what I did was I looked for the cheapest soft cover that I could find that seemed to get positive reviews, and people were saying that it wasn't getting any water into the bed when it rained. So what I went with was the Tiger tonneau cover, and it cost me $229, which I think is an amazing value for what you get. So let's install it. The thing that I like most about this tonneau cover is just how simple it is. There's 6 connecting points, 3 on each side, that you have to use, and they just clamp down to the existing bed rails. Now, the thing that you need to make sure you do when you set this up is get it aligned perfectly. So before we do any tightening of any of the clamps, we're just going to unfold it and see where it lines up with the bed. And you can see here that that's not down far enough, so we need to move it back some. Alright, let's fold it, and then fold it again, and that's perfect. So, just looking straight down the line, everything looks like it's straight. Let's check over here. Yeah, everything looks great. So we're going to fold it back up, make sure nothing moved. That actually looks like we can come over this way just a little bit. Let's unfold it one more time, because I just moved it. That lines up where I want it. That lines up where I want it. Great. Okay. Now we have to tighten the clamps that are in here. I'll bring a camera inside so we can take a look at that. Okay, so when we look under here on each side, there's this clamp that you need to attach to the bed. You just do that by screwing it on. And then there's also this safety clamp here that we need to attach so that it prevents it from flying up in case these things were to fail. Now let's go do the other side. Same thing, clamps, attach them, screw them on. Put the camera down so I can do this more easily. Well, actually, I don't think I have to. That's not flush though. There we go. Alright, that's on there nice and tight. Now let's unfold this thing. pull it back. Whoa. Check the fitment. That looks pretty good. Compared to this side, there we go. That's what we want. So it's equal. All right. Now on this side, it's the same kind of thing. You have these that come down. You bend them up. You pull this down. I'm gonna need 2 hands, I think. And I could do it. That's it. That's in place. Okay, it's come and do the same thing over here. Bend it down, fold it up, pull down on the top here, slide that on. Nice. There we go. Tonneau cover's on. So it's obviously not as pretty as one of the flush mounted hardtops, but I mean, it looks decent, and it looks like it's going to keep everything waterproof, which is the most important thing. The only thing I'm not super thrilled about are how at the ends here it pops up. You see it kind of goes down, comes up at the joints, and then again at the back it pops up. What I do like though is that you can open and close the tailgate without having to undo it. That's pretty nice, and I think that'll come in handy. Now the only thing we have left is to install the soft open tailgate pieces. So I'm not going to cover the entire install of the tailgate. There's other videos on YouTube that you can do. Look at for that. I'll make sure I link them. But what I am going to say is that all you need are these 2 pieces for the OEM soft open tailgate, and they install right behind the passenger side tail light. Now if you look at Ford parts stores online, you can find this for about $62, but if you buy the 2 pieces separately, which are all that comes in the kit, it comes out to be $42 shipped to your door. So that's what I did, and that's what I recommend you do. I'll be sure to include the parts numbers somewhere in here, but yeah, let's get this installed. Okay, the big challenge here is just getting the tailgate off. Because I have the step, I read online that this is significantly heavier than what the tailgate is without the step. So what I've done is I've disconnected the cables that connect it to the bed, and I've gone underneath and I've disconnected the power for the tailgate lock. And I'm gonna grab my wife to help me take this off because I just can't imagine what I would turn into if I were to drop this on my own. So we'll be back with this tailgate off in just a sec. Okay, change of plans. My wife is actually laying our daughter down for a nap right now, so I'm going to come through and uninstall the tail light first. Shouldn't matter what order we do this in. Unplug the tail light. That's it. Tail light's now free from the bed. I don't have the blind spot indicator system, so 1 cable should do it. Alright, so that was a little more challenging than I anticipated. We got the tailgate off over there, and we unbolted the bolts here, put this new piece here. Inside you can see how it comes out and connects to this new strut. They just clip right on to these 2 balls, and now it's time to put the tailgate back on. And like that, we have the tailgate back on. Everything works as it should. Now I don't have to worry about my almost 10-year-old dunking my almost 3-year-old. How about we give it a little bit of force? So much nicer than the way it opened before. I'm happy. Let's put that tail light back on. Close this up. Alright, so there you have it, folks. In this episode we talked about the Line-X spray and bed liner that I have. We installed the tonneau cover as well as the soft open tailgate, and I think everything went really well. Alright, so what do you guys want to see next? What you don't know is right behind you. There's a pretty large stack of things that I plan on putting on this truck. Just not sure what order. So do we want to see some more exterior or interior modifications? Let me know down in the comments below, and we'll see you next time on Test Driver.